am back for another episode of Glory to Glory Motherhood. This is episode 3. Hey guys, I am back for another episode of Glory to Glory Motherhood. This is episode 3. I am just so excited to be here with you guys. Guys, the last week and the week before that, and I think the week before that was just rough. Like, my 3-year-old has all of a sudden decided that she was going to unpotty train herself for the 5th time. So comment below or like if you've been there and you know what to do, because I don't know what to do. I'm kind of just like at a loss for words. I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm just taking one day at a time, and sometimes you just gotta do that. You gotta do that with small kids. Yeah, and my husband has been working so much and all that jazz. That's the normal. Anyway, so today, guys, we are talking about comparison, which is a topic that is close to my heart because that is something that I used to struggle with a lot. And I want to share with you ways that I have learned to kick and continue to kick comparison to the curb. I'm not saying that I'm not tempted anymore, but I have found ways to avoid that and to avoid comparing myself and to choose not to compare myself to others or other circumstances or all of that jazz. So let's get started. Guys, I want to start out by sharing a quote by Theodore Roosevelt. And he talks about how comparison is a thief of joy. I like to have that on my refrigerator because it is so true how comparing can steal your joy, because it takes your focus off of what you're doing and the amazing things that you have, and it puts your focus on somebody else's life and what they have. And you just don't want to go there, guys. And the Bible verse I have for you guys today is Proverbs 14:30, and it talks about a heart of peace gives life to the body, but envy rots the bones. So the first one that I want to talk to you about is go to Jesus before social media. Spend time with the Lord. Let Him remind you who you are. Let Him remind you how much you're loved, and just spend time in His Word. Because when you're reminded of who you are in Him, you're not even going to really be tempted to try to be anybody else or think to be anybody else, you know? That's one thing that I have learned to do, is also guard my heart before getting on social media. Because you really have to do that, because what social media is it's a bunch of eyes. It's a bunch of people. What you're doing is you're looking through the eyes of millions of people. And when you're looking through the eyes of other people before looking through the eyes of the Father and who He is in you, it can be pretty intimidating, because Instagram, Facebook, YouTube is full of people that are going to try to tell you what you need. They're going to try to tell you what kind of mom you should be. They're going to be telling you, even if they don't mean to, just by looking at a picture, you can be tempted to think that way. Like if you see a mom having a picnic with her kids, or if you see a mom taking a picture of her spotless house and her little one, you know, sitting there in a beautiful dress, all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, she's such a good mom, her house is so clean, how does she keep her house clean like that? And for all we know, that could be the only clean room in her house. It's possible. I mean, I'm not saying anything, I'm just saying it's possible. You know, she might just be gifted with having a spotless clean house, but I don't know. I mean, I have kids, so that is not easy to come by. So yeah, I just encourage you to go to Jesus and let Him show you who you are in Him before going to social media and letting social media try to tell you what they think you should do, what they think that you should be, and what they think you should look like, and what kind of mom you should be, because social media is pretty good at doing that. Alright, the second one is avoid the temptation. Avoid the temptation, meaning don't set yourself up for a comparison. So one thing that I have to do sometimes is, I don't know if you actually check my follower status on social media, but I don't follow that many people. And I like to keep it that way. I am a minimalist when it comes to many things, and Following people is one of them. I do not follow people unless, for one, we already know each other and we're friends. 2, you're an inspiration to me. And 3, I'm encouraged by your feed and we're blog friends or Instagram friends. But I normally will not follow you unless we have some sort of connection or some sort of relationship, whether it's on social media or in real life. So, and that's something that I've learned to do. I do follow some people that, because my eyes are automatically attracted to beautiful things. So sometimes I do follow people that I think they just have Instagram for their careers. So they post pictures of beautiful things all the time. I do follow people like that, but sometimes, depending on what season I'm in, I have to unfollow them for a season because I just can't go there. I can't look at the gorgeous pictures and all that kind of stuff that has no reality. I can't look at that right now. But I can go back later and follow them when I feel like that I can. So it's about know what season you're into. So know what season you're in, and whether or not you can deal with that or not. And the third one is, before starting your day, write down 3 things you're thankful for and meditate on it. It doesn't have to be 3 things. It could be more, it could be less. For me, I just like to write down 3 things because I really am, well, I'm grateful for a lot more than 3 things, but I write down 3 things I'm thankful for. And I just like to thank God for that throughout my day and meditate on it and just continue to think about it. And when I find myself doing that, I find myself more thankful for what I have and less worried about what I don't have. So yes, there you go. So those are 3 ways that I have learned to kick comparison to the curb. But yeah, just know that you are loved, you're worthy, you're beautiful. Mamas, I just want to encourage you guys to live according to how you're designed, because a bird's not going to thrive if it thinks that it's a dog. You're not going to thrive if God created you to be a certain type of mother or a certain type of woman and you're trying to be someone else. How are you going to grow if you're looking at your sister or your neighbor or your brother? You're not going to. You need to own who you are, who God created you to be. Allow Him to use you, to grow you, to shape you, and thrive. Because you're not going to thrive if you're focused on somebody else and what they're doing. Even when times are hard. And it might be easy to compare because maybe you're having money issues, financial issues, maybe you're insecure about your body, or maybe you're struggling because you want a certain something or you want the next season in life and you see that somebody on Instagram has that and you're just like, well, why not me yet? Why am I not there? Well, you need to stop focusing on what they have and focus on what you need to do. You need to pray, work hard, and be dedicated. So mamas, if you find yourself comparing yourself to your sister, if you're sitting there in your pajamas and you're feeling discouraged because you just feel like that somebody is a better mom than you, I just want to remind you that God has created you to be their mom. God has created you to be you. He didn't create you to be somebody else. He didn't create you to look like somebody else. He created you because before the foundation of the world was made, you were thought of. He had it in His mind from the beginning of times to create you, to give you a future and to give you a hope, and to give you a purpose. You are filled with purpose. You just have to own who you are in Jesus, okay? And just know that you don't have to be a Pinterest mom. You don't have to be Instagram mom. You don't have to be an Amazon mom. You don't have to be a certain type of mom to be a good mom. Live according to how you're designed. For example, I found out that I am not a party planning mom. It took a while, but I finally owned it and embraced it, that I am not a party planning mom. For instance, like last April, which was my daughter's first birthday, before then, it's funny how when your kids are about to turn, like it's about to be their birthday, a lot of people ask you if you're having parties for them and why not. And if you just say that you're not having a party for them, all of a sudden it's like, well, why not? Why aren't you having a party for them? So I kind of felt like I needed to have a party, especially as a blogger, Instagrammer, YouTuber. I felt like it's expected of me to have like this gorgeous, huge party with big balloons, big numbers for my big 1-year-old that she will never remember. So all of a sudden I felt the need, oh, I gotta have a party for my 1-year-old. And then it occurred to me, like I was so stressed just thinking about it, thinking about how much food to get. And also Leon works most days, so he has never been to any of my kids' birthday parties. So I'm just like, I mean, parties are no fun unless both of the spouses can be there anyway. But I was thinking to myself, why am I stressing myself out? Like, why am I causing so much anxiety? Why am I taking time away from the actual birthday girl to plan for a party for her? And she's not even gonna care. Like, she could care less whether or not I have a party for her. And I'm thinking to myself, it's because I don't want to let anybody down. It's because my friend on social media just had a big birthday for her 1-year-old. And I need to make sure that I have pictures of my big 1-year-old on Instagram too. So yeah, that was kind of like and then it occurred to me, I was like, I don't have to be a party planning mom. That's not who I am. That's not how I'm designed. Do I love throwing parties? You bet I do. I love decorating. I just don't like to do it for more than 4 people. I think if I had more than one person joining me with this whole process, then I would be all on board for it. But doing it solo, that's just not how I play. So yeah, I'm not a party planning mom, and I am totally okay with that now. I told Leon I will be okay if I do not throw a party for the rest of my life. If my kids want to do something else instead of having a party, I will be all for that, and I will totally give them options. I'm not saying I wouldn't throw a party for them. Of course I would if that's something that they really wanted, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do one if it's not requested. So yeah, I am not a party planning mom. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But I just want to encourage you, just know what kind of mom. Live according to how you're designed, because you're not going to thrive if you try to be somebody else. You're only going to thrive if you own who you are and embrace who you are in Christ. So I love you guys. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you guys are encouraged by this video. Thumbs up if you are encouraged, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. I love you guys. Bye.